with what he's doing in the training. I don't know how is he training in the nets, and because most of these young guys, especially when they approach T20 cricket, it's all about hitting those big sixes in the stands. But that's not how T20 is supposed to be played, because when you're facing people like Rashid or Mujib or some really good spinners, they will not let you hit consistently in the stands. You will have to have the ability to rotate the strike as well. So that they need to probably train differently, and probably that is one thing that he's lacked, and that's the reason why he's put himself under pressure in T20 format, and that's the reason why he played that shot which he played in the previous game, because he was actually blocking a lot of deliveries of the left arm spinner as well. So go train in the nets, thinking about rotating off every ball and trying to take a single off every one, he'll be fine.
You know, they talk about certain players, and I've heard it from, you know, openers like yourself. You always just put certain targets. Let me reach 5 runs. Let me reach 10 runs. What is KL Rahul saying today? Nothing.
Just watch the ball and react. Nothing. I don't think so. That I used to do it when I was playing Test cricket, because my concentrations were not that great. So I wanted to break those targets into smaller targets, but in T20 cricket never had a target. Just watch the ball, have a clear mind and react, because that is what T20 cricket was made for, to go out there and express yourself, and he's too good a player. I've said it in the pre-show earlier as well, that it's really scary that what the cricketing fraternity has seen of him, and he's got much more to deliver. The moment he starts coming out of that shell, trying to help himself, being absolutely free, not thinking too much, watch the ball, play to his ability, the world will see completely different KL Rahul, and I'm sure that it's just a couple of deliveries and a couple of probably knocks away, and you would want KL Rahul in that kind of form, especially in the World Cup, because those conditions will definitely suit him.
You can't write off a match like this. Look for Team India. They want to follow in Afghanistan footsteps. They want to be able to qualify for the Super Fours here. So you have to be able to get down to business. So much of that focus comes down to that top order as well, because you're not in a position to take any opposition lightly. Last Asia Cup in 2018, different format, yes, but this was a good matchup between these two teams.
You can't take anyone lightly, especially in T20 format. We've seen some crazy things happen in T20 cricket, because it's just the smaller the game gets, the better chances the team which is not probably as good as probably India, someone like a Hong Kong, their chances increases, because it's only about 240 contests. So if they can win those contests, probably they can come back to hurt India. So I'm sure with India batting first, they will not take Hong Kong lightly at any point of time.
Certainly to get your intentions out there as well. Gauti, thanks for that. We are looking forward to a lot of excitement here. The men in blue, look at their fans who've turned up to watch their heroes in action. And remember, for Team India, if they win here, they're through to the Super Fours, and then they can worry about what's to come later on that. They will then go ahead and play on Sunday. But for Hong Kong, here they are up against their heroes. They were tremendous in the qualifiers. They're not here to be taken lightly at all. They will inspire young fans like this young man on your screen here to take up this beautiful game. Expect a great contest. That's what we want to see, and we will see you later on.
To live your passion is a joy reserved for those with immense grit. But imagine going up against the heroes who gave birth to this dream.
করেছিল তো তাদের জন্য এটা একটা এক্সপেরিয়েন্স যে ইন্ডিয়ার মতো দলের সঙ্গে পাকিস্তানের মতো দলের সঙ্গে তারা খেলবে সেই এক্সপেরিয়েন্সটা কাজে লাগানো
My favorite player is currently I like Virat Kohli a lot. He's a #1 player still. All over the world we can say it's Virat Kohli, so he's my favorite too as well.
That's the prologue of Hong Kong cricket. With a never-ending love and passion for the game, these band of cricket enthusiasts not just created a team, but transformed it into a winning unit on the international stage.
Are you ready? Let's go.
सोच मत, खुद को रोक मत, लोगों की नहीं दिल की सुन, सपनों को पंख दे और खेल जा। फेयर प्ले न्यूज, खेल जा। इन खेलों में भाग लेने के लिए कोई प्रवेश शुल्क नहीं है। चार्जिंग।
ओरिएंट इलेक्ट्रिक डाउनलाइटर्स फिट हो जाए, फॉल सीलिंग हो या नहीं, सरप्राइज।
थैंक यू चाचू।
ओरिएंट इलेक्ट्रिक, स्विच टू स्मार्ट।
आपको क्या लगता है कौन सी टीम बेटर है? वर्ल्ड की नंबर 1 टीम, वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस, या अनडिफिटेड साउथ अफ्रीका? चलो देखते हैं।
वर्ल्ड के सबसे बड़े स्टेज से पहले वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट टीम से टक्कर। देखिए इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया 20 सितंबर से और इंडिया वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका 28 सितंबर से।
आपने अपने आधे फेस पे टूथपेस्ट क्यों लगाया?
फेस पैक है, एप्पल पील और दही।
दीदी, डू यू नो एप्पल्स फ्लोट ऑन वाटर? कूल ना?
हाँ, खत्म हो गया।
डोंट वरी दीदी, BB now delivers apples in 15 to 30 minutes.
मजा आया यार।
BB now from Big Basket. Groceries in 15 to 30 minutes.
With LIC's Jeevan Labh, even after the premium payment tenure is over, the policy's benefits continue.
Moreover, with LIC's Jeevan Labh, we get full term bonus and flexibility in premium payment too.
That means our journey of happiness will continue non-stop.
LIC हर पल आपके साथ।
When I popped off, then you go crazy.
ये मैं कर लेता हूँ, आप ड्रीम 11 पे टीम बना लो।
When I popped off.
इस खेल में आदत लगना या आर्थिक जोखिम संभव है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
अरे आज उसके पास बाइसेप्स हैं, ट्राइसेप्स हैं, चेस्ट है, शोल्डर है। तेरे पास क्या है?
मेरे पास इसका वाइल्ड स्टोन है।
कहाँ है?
यहाँ है। जहाँ जरूरत पड़े वहाँ स्विगी इंस्टामार्ट से मंगवा लें नया वाइल्ड स्टोन एक्टिव।
India have mounted a strong defence to their Asia Cup title. After a thrilling victory over arch-rivals Pakistan, the Blues are ready to march on into the Super Fours. Up for the challenge are Hong Kong. Unbeaten in qualifiers.
This is clever bowling.
They are determined to...
Victory against Bangladesh last night. It is the powerhouse of world cricket, India, who had a fantastic victory, close run thing, against their arch rivals Pakistan, and tonight they will be taking on Hong Kong, who have earned the right to be here through a magnificent performance in the qualifiers in Oman last week, and they take a seat at the table against the big boys of India and Pakistan. Crowd is building nicely, and as you'd expect, it is a sea of blue. Team India have a tremendous following wherever they go around the world, and they no doubt are looking forward to seeing their heroes in action. A lot of the IPL has been played in this country, but not too much of the international stuff. The Asia Cup does bring out the rivalries of the region, which the rest of the world can just be envious of. Just a little earlier, Rohit Sharma, the captain of India, was out in the middle with Nizakat Khan, the captain of Hong Kong, and just felt it might have been one of those redundant tosses where both teams got to do what they wanted. It was Nizakat who won the toss and decided to bowl first, and you don't blame him when you see what happened with the quicks early in the first two matches. This is the Indian side, Waqar Younis. It's a pretty experienced side as well. Just the one change that Rishabh Pant comes in for Hardik Pandya.
Yeah, good evening, Scotty. Good evening, viewers. Yeah, this is a fantastic side, without a doubt. Beating Pakistan the other day. They looked very clinical. They had all bases covered. They played really, really good cricket.
And this is the Hong Kong side, and many of those names will be new to a lot of you, but some of them will stand out from the 2018 Asia Cup, notably Baba Hyatt. Nizakat scored 92 against India, and Ihsan as well, picking up the wickets of Rohit Sharma and MS Dhoni in that match 4 years ago. Match referee Jeff Crow and the umpires making their way out with the teams. As is customary in these internationals, we will have the national anthems of both countries And a proud moment for all the players. As we mentioned, just the one change for India. Rishabh Pant will play in the same side with Dinesh Karthik, so the two keepers will remain. Not an injury to Hardik Pandya, it is solely just resting him. He was going through a fitness routine before the match, but is still a very powerful side that they will put out against Hong Kong, and they will have their hands full with one of the powerhouses of world cricket. Opportunity now to go back down on the ground as we hear the national anthems of both countries. All smiles so far for Team India. Rohit Sharma coming off the back of that fantastic victory against Pakistan, getting ready. He has the pads on. He and most likely KL Rahul will walk out to the middle, and Virat Kohli as well with pads on. So that was what we suspect will be the top three. Gautam Gambhir, Waqar Younis alongside me. Gentlemen, looking forward to this one. An opportunity for India to cement their spot in the top four, the Super Fours if you like, and create a couple of do-or-die matches. But well, what are your expectations from Hong Kong initially, having won the toss and bowled first?
Look, that has been the trend, that you win the toss and you look to bowl first and have the target in front of you when you come to bat. So that's the reason I feel this young side, they're all animated, they all want to do well against a mighty Indian side. One might be thinking that it'll be a walk in the park for this team. I tell you, they have done well, Hong Kong, coming into this tournament, playing their qualifiers. They've won all their 3 games, so I feel they stand a fair go. They just want to enjoy this time. Of course, it's a big game for them, and of course want to do really well.
Yeah, tell me a bit more about that, Gautam. You spent a lot of time, of course, at the top of the order for India. When you take on one of the associate nations like this, does your mindset change? Does your adrenaline change? How do you approach it to make sure that you're at the top of your game?
Good evening, everyone. Yes, it does. But you know what? Being an international cricketer, the most important thing is to probably watch the ball. And that is what the biggest challenge for any batter is, because anyone can bowl an unplayable delivery. So it's not about what jersey you're playing against, it's about the ball, what you're looking to face. So that has been the biggest challenge, especially for an opening batsman, because you're facing a new ball and it's going to do something, whoever is bowling, irrespective. So I'm sure someone like KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma would definitely look to respect the opening bowlers and probably take their time as well, because sometimes you're playing an opposition like Pakistan, you know that what Naseem Shah does, or for that matter what Haris Rauf does, but when you're playing against an opposition like Hong Kong, you don't know what the seamer is going to do, what kind of action would he have, and for an opening batsman that's the biggest challenge.
Well, a terrific record that is too from KL Rahul. India with 7 titles, Sri Lanka 5, Pakistan 2. They're the leaders so far, and who will add one more? Rohit Sharma, the skipper at the other end, happy to let his partner face up first. These two have such a good record opening together, average over 50, and it will be Haroon Ashad to open the bowling. I do expect at some stage the spinners to be in action inside the power play.
Yeah, I'm sure they have got 3 spinners in the side, but to begin with, I feel that seeing all this grass on the pitch is a different pitch to what we've been seeing here at the Ring of Fire. It's got a lot more grass, and the ball might just do a little bit. KL Rahul under some sort of pressure, not scoring against Pakistan, so he'll be feeling a little heat. No slip there. That's a little surprise for me. But yeah, this pitch definitely much better than what we've been seeing previously.
Here we go, first ball of match number 4 of the Asia Cup. And on the money straight away. Good start from Hong Kong. Yeah, that's a good point. A slip in place. You're a lot of captaincy experience too, Gautam. And, you know, we saw in the first 2 matches just a little bit of movement early with the new ball.
And you know, Scotty, that's the difference between a top quality side and a team like Hong Kong. The mindset is you can talk about the skill sets, you can talk about the talent and stuff, but with the new ball, and